What's poppin', Star Wars collectors, and welcome back to a very long overdue Funko Pop concept list. If this is your first time joining us, you've just taken your first step into a larger world. And if this is not your first time on the channel, then we can't thank you enough for coming back for yet another concept list. Today is the long-awaited Revenge of the Sith list. We got a little caught up with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness and a lot of other things going on, but we are finally getting around to one of our favorite episodes in the Skywalker saga. So Alec, are you ready to talk about ROTS?
Dude, I am absolutely. This is long overdue. Just like you said, there's been so much happening in the fandom that we just haven't been able to keep up, but better late than never. So I'm ready to go ahead and just get this list going. I'll go ahead and lead this off, man. And the first pop we got in this list is Anakin in his Jedi Starfighter, made by Jay Bavart.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Love the yellow on it. It's always been one of my favorites.
Definitely. And let's just preface this list now. A lot of these are made by Jay Bavart, so big shout out to him for being a huge contributor to this list. Next, also made by Jay Bavart, we have Obi-Wan and his Jedi Starfighter. So I really love the maroon color on this. I always loved Anakin's, but Obi-Wan's is right up there as well. So an awesome ride.
Yeah, man, they go hand in hand. Just that opening intro, just fantastic. Next up, we have Anakin versus Dooku, and we know this is one of the defining moments in Anakin's arc, also made by Jay Bavart.
One of my favorite parts is how you just have Palpatine sitting right behind. So I think it'd be really interesting to see how they'd make this an actual scene. Yeah. Next, we have Anakin with his double saber. This is in the same scene, and this is a little farther on in Jay Bavart's pop-making career. It's an awesome pop with Dooku's saber and Anakin's traditional blue saber, and this is, I would 100% buy this.
Absolutely. And then also going off the same, moment in the movie, we have Dooku with no hands after Anakin took his saber from him, also made by Jay Bavart.
Yep. On his knees as well. So next we have Padme in the Senate. Now we saw this on Instagram and we could not find who actually made it. This is an actual pop, but it was really cool what they did to make it an actual scene. So we really liked this. And if you are watching this video and you do know who is responsible for this picture, please let us know and we will tag them in the video.
Next up, after seeing him in Kenobi, I'm a big fan of this pop. We have Bail Organa, made by Stafford Christian.
Yes, sir. I like that he has his, I think it's like a Nubian gun, but it's really cool. Next, we have, and if you haven't noticed, this is kind of going in order from the movie as it goes along. It's going to be broken up into two parts because at the end, we're going to have a whole slew of Jedi from this movie. But next, we have Grievous's death. This is made by Jay Bavart as well. And we can see the fire coming out of his eyes, the fire coming out of his chest plate. So an awesome concept.
Yeah, man. Next up, we have a look at Mace Windu getting shocked by Palpatine's lightning, and he's fighting it off with his saber, just like in the movie. This is also made by Jay Bavart.
Yes, sir. And we have another updated one that, because Jay Bavart made this first Mace Windu a while ago, and then he updated it for a recent collab, like you can see on the screen. So two of these. Next up, we have Commander Cody Unmasked. We already have one of him with his little hologram of Palpatine saying, "Execute Order 66," but we felt like we needed one unmasked, so definitely another really cool one.
Yeah, man, we're seeing so much of Tamora Morrison lately. I feel like we need more of him unmasked. With all the clones being so popular, man, we absolutely need it. Moving on, we have a look at Yoda versus Palpatine, made by both Jay Bavart and Fun.Concepts. And this is so dope. This is one of my favorite moments from the movie. I just love seeing Yoda do work, man.
No, 100%. This is one of my favorite from the list. So we have a couple of these. The first one, we have Obi-Wan with the high ground. This is made by Fun.Concepts, and the background was made by Venture_Pictures. So a really cool scene about, a very iconic moment.
Yeah, man. I also love when the artists are able to collab. I just feel like that's so cool for them, and it's so good for the community. It's super cool. Moving on, this is my favorite pop in the list, and Nick knows why. This is made by the man himself. We have a look at hooded dark side Anakin. Nick, you crushed this, bro. For our first Carbonite Convos concept, man, you crushed it.
We had the idea, and I just figured I'd take a swing at it. It's not the greatest, but hopefully they'll get better and better. Going off of this pop, we have Anakin with the low ground. This is right after Obi-Wan cuts off his remaining limbs and he's, on this lake of lava. And this one's made by Pop-Up Custom.
Yeah, man, super cool. I love that they go hand in hand with that Obi-Wan scene. Next up, playing off of that, we have another look at Obi-Wan with the high ground. This time made by Sabartis.pop.
Yes, sir. More of an artist rendition, but still a really cool picture. Next, we have Mustafar Anakin. Now, this isn't really a concept, as you can see on the screen. This was actually made. It's a custom. Now, this was one that was just found online. Couldn't find a creator, but if you made this, kudos. This is an awesome pop. And if you know who made this, feel free to tag them as well.
Absolutely, man. And this next one, I feel like so many of these are able to tie into the Kenobi show somehow with it, leading off right after Revenge of the Sith or a few years after. We have Obi-Wan holding baby Luke, and this one's made by Reviver.
Yes, sir. Going off of Obi-Wan, we have Teon Medden. Now, this is the alien creature that we see on Utapau that Obi-Wan talks to about Grievous. Now, this was a joint effort by Stafford Christian and Reviver.
Yeah, man. And if you guys can't tell, we're moving into the Jedi portion of the list. So the next one we have coming up is actually Luminara Unduli, made by Stafford Christian.
Yes, sir. And a couple of these were featured in a different video we made a while back. So awesome pops. I really do like this Luminara one. Next, we have Saisi Tin. This was made by the Barba Custom, and the Barba Custom really loves making prequel era Jedi. So the rest of them are made by him, and they're really cool.
Yeah, man. Like you said, made by the Barba Custom right here. We have a look at Ayala Sakura. Obviously, we already have a pop of her, but it can't hurt to have more.
Yeah, it can never hurt to have an update. And rounding off this list, we have our final Jedi from Revenge of the Sith. And this was a Jedi that unfortunately went with Mace to confront Palpatine. We have a look at Agen Kolar, of course, made by the Barba Custom. So that rounds off the Revenge of the Sith list, guys. We can't thank you enough for joining us. We appreciate you being patient because we know we've had this list announced for a long time now. But thank you for joining us for another Funko Pop concept list. And please make sure to come back next week for our Obi-Wan Kenobi Funko Pop concept list. This has been an incredible series so far, and we already have a lot of pops that we're really excited to share with you guys. So make sure to check out everything that we have coming out, either within the last couple days and in future days. But until the next time you're on the channel, like always, make sure to keep it poppin'.